Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again to showcase the best deck for the Magical Trio Challenge in Clash Royale. So this challenge gives you 3 wizards, the Ice Wizard, Electro Wizard, and the Fire Wizard, all for 7 Elixir. We're going to showcase what to do and how to win this challenge and collect that emote without any losses, ideally. So these are the 2 decks that I have. You could either play a Mega Knight deck and use Ram Rider and Lightning to get value against your opponent's 3 wizards, or you could just, spam away with Graveyard and always get advantage when your opponent has to either poison or spell the Witch or the 3 wizards, and you play more defensive and you just poison and Graveyard out your opponent until you win the game. Whether you want to play aggressive or you want to play defensive, it's up to you. You could also, swap out this Lightning for something else like a Bandit, but then I think it's just a bad decision. You probably want to be playing way more aggressive with the Graveyards when you're hitting double Elixir, way more defensive than single Elixir. Totally up to you what you guys enjoy. I just want to give you 2 different options. A lot of people are playing log bait, so that's why we're running decks with a lot of spells. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go and paste this in there, and that's how we're going to roll. Hopefully everyone's also having an amazing day. If you're not, hopefully it gets better. But yeah, we're chilling at 3 a.m. to get this challenge out as soon as we possibly can for you guys. And that's the way that I like to roll, because if I create content for you guys to consume as soon as the challenge comes out, and hopefully y'all are able to win and dominate. Also, whenever we cycle Witch in the back, it's a little bit risky, but I'm feeling okay about it. I think he could have Mega Knight, so I don't want to waste my Knight. I'd rather cycle it in the back and just let the Witch die, even though it seems like a kind of a weird strat. It's definitely what we're going to go with. We're also going to pop our Wizards all on top of his because we get the spawn-in damage. Barbarrel is one of the best spells in this challenge, because if the opponent's going to be playing a card that is a wizard or a range card, the Barbarrel is a little assassin. He's a silly sir, so one of the reasons I like it. You could also run Valkyrie instead of the Knight, and you guys might be like, why are you running Knight? Knight's just a little bit more cost effective in case the opponent's running Mega Knight. I might not have the elixir that I would need. If you're given a weird card cycle like this, I would just chuck a random graveyard and then be ready to go for a poison. And this is a fine strat because we have the Evolved Witch, and we have other cards that can work out pretty well with it. I'm spending a bunch of elixir, but as you guys can see, we should be able to defend without too many troubles. I think that if you're playing cost effectively, you don't really want to go in for a tank with the graveyard every single time. While it is nice to do, it's not something that you can logistically afford. And maybe you just poison a tower and that's also fine, but like you're wasting 4 elixir. At least with the graveyard, there's a chance I get more damage than that if he has a suboptimal counter like a Knight or something. But yeah, you can't throw a graveyard with a tank at all points in time. It's just not very feasible for you to do that. Anyway, we're going to throw down another graveyard here, but this time we're going to have the Evolved Witch, and we're also have the capability of going in for the graveyard with the Tornado, depending on what he does. If he's got a Mega Knight, it's really not that scary. If he drops all 3 wizards, well, look, the Witch is getting healed up quite a bit. So we forced him to drop 7 elixir there, which is not something that he typically would want to do. And I think that this is okay because we can get a Goblin Hut here and hopefully not die to this wizard. The wizard's putting in a lot more work than I thought it would. That wizard did so much more than I thought it would ever do. It's totally fine for me. I'm okay with it, especially since we got our wizard trio. But I think that the thing is, like, wizard trio is broken, and for 7 elixir, you just get so much bang for your buck. If he doesn't have Mega Knight, it's not going to die. So we just win the game here. Yeah, the game's over. The Knight tanking is just going to be instant GG because he's not able to kill the graveyard skeletons and win the battle at the bridge. We had a little bit too much for this man to handle. It's fun to play these challenges because a lot of times people don't necessarily give the respect that's necessary for the overpowered cards that are part of the challenge. Like you would assume that, oh, maybe if I just countered the trio wizards a little bit better, we would win the game. But like in reality, it's just a very hard card to counter cost effectively. Then he goes trio wizard on the graveyard, we can poison it. So that's one of the reasons I like it so much. And I can throw down a Evolved Witch here too, just for the fun of it. Typically, you want to cycle champions and get value that way. Okay, this guy is literally springing into nowhere. I can just pray to the wizard is not going to be coming down and hurting us too much today. I wonder if we want to go for wizards on this and just let our Evolved Witch die for the fun of it, for the lulz. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to do that, and then we poison, or actually throw down a graveyard. Interesting to see Royal Hogs. I don't think Royal Hogs are going to be good in this game mode. I'm pretty sure most people are building a lot of splash damage to counter the wizards. So yeah, this is the first deck. I'll show the other one, and then we'll go back to the one that I think is the most successful. Probably the graveyard one. I kind of like the graveyard one personally on my end and my just, favoritism towards graveyard. But you can swap the decks by sharing them both to the clan. So like, for instance, if I have a deck here, I can go here and then I can share it to clan. And then I can switch back and forth the decks if you want to try multiple of them. And again, you can go to the start of the video, pause the video, and copy both the decks and find the one that works best for you. Obviously, before jumping into the challenge, always go to the event tab, practice the deck a little bit, because there's no shot that you've played with this exact formulation of cards before. And if you just jump right raw into the challenge and never played the cards, you're probably going to lose a lot of games. I mean, these are the best decks for the challenges, in my opinion, based off of, you know, my gameplay. I'm a top 1,000 player. I genuinely try to build decks that are strong for challenges just so you guys can have a good time. But in reality, like, if you don't know how to pilot the deck, no matter how good it is, you're going to lose. So just keep that in mind. Also, this deck, I like it a lot because if you're playing against someone that's going to be spammy, you are going to have cost-effective maneuvers. I thought a lot of people were going to be running log bait, so that's why I decided to put in double small spells, because log bait has the highest win ratio in this challenge right now. A lot of people are playing, like, I don't know, sneaky dark goblins and also suspicious bushes. That's just a reason why that I thought this would be really good. Also, believe it or not, Boss Bandit might seem like a great card, but it's not that good in this challenge. A lot of times it will just die to the wizards. So the 3 wizards that are jumping it, it's not going to do fairly well into. And also going for a Zapparino and a Barbarrel here. Now we'll clean everything up. I think Barbarian Barrel is actually so underrated in this challenge. It's crazy. Yeah, he loses the Boss Bandit. He's going to get some value there because he does kill the Royal Ghost, but it's still not that bad. Yo, yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. I look so cute. You're a nice man. Appreciate you, dude. Which of these decks is lower skill? I would say the Graveyard one, as long as you have the idea that you're going to wait till double elixir. I would say the Graveyard one is definitely easier to play and easier to pilot. This is just for people that want to play Mega Knight, because everyone in the challenges always enjoy playing Mega Knight. So I try to build a deck that's also like more familiar for most people. I think Mega Knight is probably one of the most played cards in Clash Royale. So I try to have hard combinations that everyone's kind of used to, you know. Mega Knight's not going to jump there. It kind of sucks, but the reality that we have to face. Also, Royal Ghost is so good in this challenge, as you guys just saw. It clobbers those. I don't know if I had to do that. I think I could have saved the Barbarrel for the right side, and I would have probably played a little bit better. But it's fine. We get a Royal Ghost hit on the tower, too. Yeah, you know, that's not that bad. We go for guards here as well, and Vicious Bush is so annoying. I'm not going to lie. That card is kind of killer. Kind of killer. I'm going to do this, and I wonder if this will do well for us. I actually have not seen Rare Miner in action there, but we'll find out. He'll probably drop the Wizard Trio on it. Oh, he's going to go in for a Boss Bandit. That's crazy. Do you have Elixir for the Wizard Trio? He loses the Mega Knight for sure. Literally nothing for him there at all. All right, so I think we might want a Lightning on the Wizard Trio when it comes down, or we could evolve Zap Barbarrel. Evo Zap is so good against it as well. As you can see, we have an assortment of splash damage. I like the Royal Ghost. I like the Evo Zap because it cleans up Dark Goblins and also Firecrackers for a positive 1 Elixir trade. Even though those cards are really menacing, it's not that bad for us. We go for a Barbarrel a little bit early. A lot of people don't like doing that, but I like popping the Suspicious Bush. Genuinely, if you pop the Suspicious Bush, it's not really that much of a problem anymore. A lot of people were like waiting for it to reach the tower and then they pop it. But if you play at a higher level, you genuinely would like popping Skeleton Barrels, popping Suspicious Bushes before they become a threat and lock onto the tower. Are you much of a Reddit user? I'm not that much of a Reddit user, my guy. Anyway, yeah, if you have any questions about the decks, let me know in the comment section. This is a really solid deck as well, so I mean, I think we'll play a few more with it. We'll switch back and forth. There's not a single day that's passed without your videos, bud. Love the edits and the efforts put. You deserve everything. Thank you, man. Yeah, no, I've been doing a lot more Pokemon content as well. I actually have a Pokemon video that reached 5 million views on YouTube, so I've been like stealthily building that up and creating more than just, you know, Clash Royale content, because you never know what's going to happen with Clash. As much as I love the game, maybe it's just like the developers do bad decisions and stuff. You never know. I love Clash Royale more than anything, though. It is by far my favorite game. And that's why I'm out here at 3 a.m. creating content for you guys and hopefully helping you guys win the challenge. Anyway, let's run this real quick and just use our Royal Ghost. Personally, I do like Bandit a little bit more in regular 1v1 gameplay, but when you need splash damage, Royal Ghost is got you covered. That is the main reason it's in this deck. Crazy, I started playing this mode and then went to YouTube and SirTag is saying about this when I opened up the app. Yeah, no, I got you, man. I mean, I try to do it as early as possible as soon as it comes out, so... Yeah, by the way, I don't love dropping Ram Riders like this, but since we're up Elixir, I feel like it's justifiable. I could Lightning on this, but also looking at my hand, probably want to go for a Mega Knight. Lightning works if you're not able to break through buildings. So one of the issues that I was using this deck and running into was, even though this deck is really good, if your opponent has like P.E.K.K.A. and a cannon, you're probably not going to win unless you have lightning. So it's just something to wrap your head around. The lightning isn't necessarily a necessity, and you don't really fire it off rapid fire on top of your opponent's wizards. It's more so of a card that you're going to be using if you need to break through a building and your opponent has a building and problem. Another thing that you can do is, if you are worried about cycling stuff, you don't go wizards, you just like cycle a zap on the tower, and you're getting to the evolution, which is really powerful, allowing you to win the game in a situation where you wouldn't be able to do as much damage. Like, you're literally powering up your plays, and I like that a lot more. So now we're take the lightning because that's kind of free, right? That's, even though it's a negative trade for us because he's dropping 7 elixir, his ice wizard isn't that scary. We're hitting the 2 higher cost wizards, and his best card is out of cycle. So I feel really comfortable going for a Ram Rider here. Not necessarily caring that much about the Ice Wizard. Probably going to get some good damage. And the other thing that we can do is we can split up our wizards and then do dual lane pressure. I like splitting it like that so the 2 higher cost wizards are not on the same side. The guy that we played right there, he kind of messed it up. He kind of botched it a little bit. I'm going to try to go for a Royal Ghost on the left side. And I have Evo Zap, and I also have Barbarrel. I wonder if that straight up kills. It might. Find out. I don't know. I think it probably does if I had to guess. No, it doesn't. All right, well, it almost entirely kills. not close. Not close, but it was just kind of close, maybe. I don't know. You guys let me know if you like that or not. I was interested. I was wondering if that would work. I know Goblin Curse plus Evo Zap definitely kills all that, but yeah, it's a little bit different. A little bit different. I stumbled across your TCG videos too. Are you trying to diversify content? No, so it is partially that. But I legitimately love Pokemon so much, and I'm trying to generally dump more time into it. I'm trying to think of, like, how can I afford to spend more time on Pokemon stuff? How can I justify spending more money on Pokemon cards? And the only thing that, like, came into my mind is, like, vendor POVs, but buyer POVs, and then, like, expensing these trips and going to shows. It only works if I create content on it as well. So, like, I was wanting to do this anyway. I'm just doing it more. So if you guys want to check out my other channel, it is SirTagCR. If you want to take a look, that is the Pokemon channel. And I did create a banger video recently. It was really cool. Buyer POVs, so fun. Also, that was a horrible decision. I don't know. I mean, it's a -4 trade. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but, you know, I guess we're working with it. Second stream today? Yeah, there's going to be a stream, and there's also going to be a video at regular time as well. So, you know, I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. I'm full sending. All right. This is looking great. I mean, this is probably the deck with Elixir Collector, Suspicious Bush, Dark Goblin, that is the highest rated deck on Royal API. I don't think this is a bad deck, but I also don't think it's like the best deck in the game. I think that our decks are better. I mean, I did build these decks to beat it, so there is that. If he has Elixir Collector, we can Lightning it. And he obviously can't stop our Ram Rider, so it's like kind of funny. Like, he's got Wizards, and that's the only way he can stop the Ram Rider. That's literally it. So kind of what we're hoping to see. We want our Royal Ghost to target that quick, because if it targets it quick, then we also get more damage from the Princess Tower on the wall breakers. And if it only, like, if one wall breaker dies and the other one explodes on the tower, it's a bad trade for us. We don't really want that to happen. All right, so we could Zap that, we could Barbarrel that, we could Wizards that. A lot of different options. I kind of want to go Wizard Trio and then just kill that really quick. It's interesting how the Wizard Trio doesn't, like, it's like an instant spawn. It's kind of like glitchy a little bit. All right, we're going to go Barbarrel and Zap, and that's definitely going to clean it up with the help of our tower. So we only spend 4 elixir there, and that's no damage. So that's another reason that I put Barbarrel Zap there. I thought that it would clean it up completely, but it doesn't completely clean it up. You need the help of your tower, but the Barbarrel distracts, so it's like 4 elixir. You completely shut it down. You don't have to do anything else. I don't swing towards mana. I swing towards Jake. I swing for Jake. I love you, man. Danny, you're actually the GOAT. Thank you so much for the insane amount of support recently. You're such a nice guy, too. Like, every comment that you've had, every message that you've had has always been nice. And I don't know, man. It's rare to find someone like you on the internet. Appreciate you. 20 legendary tokens. Legendary should I upgrade first? I think that if you're upgrading a legendary, you probably want to upgrade a legendary that is universally applicable in most decks like Log. If you want me to give you a straight up answer, I would upgrade something like that, or maybe a minor depending on the deck. I'm just gonna take the Lightning. I don't really care. I think this game is over if I just do that, and then Royal goes to the other side. The wall breakers won't do enough damage. The reason why I think this deck is a little bit weaker is it doesn't have the amount of damage that we have, and we always have fail safes. We've got Mega Knight, we've got Barbarial Zap. We have different ways of countering his wizards. Then we also have the other wizard trio, and we have Lightning. The reason that I build these decks like this is I want them to be stupid proof. I want you guys to be able to dominate, especially if you're not that great at the game or you haven't played all these cards. I want this to be pretty replicable for everyone watching and wanting to play. If you pick up the decks that I use and you practice them remotely well, you will hit 10 wins in this challenge, and you won't have to go off Royal API, where the Royal API might give like, oh, this is the best deck for the challenge. But this deck is good. It's like really good if you're good at the game. If you're super good at the game and you play that Elixir Collector deck with Evolved Dark Goblin, Evolved Wall Breakers, and that, I'm sure you're going to win most of your matches. But I don't think that the average person can pilot an Elixir Collector deck with a fast cycle and then come out ahead. Based off my testing, I assumed that everyone could do it, and then I realized I was like, oh crap, not everyone could do that. It's really fun though. It's like one of the better decks in Clash, and it's a cool concept because then you have like Fireball Bait with Elixir Collector, and then also the 3 wizards. So you just spam as many wizards as you can. But in reality, something like this or the Mega Knight deck, I think those are just better options for most people. I do think the Mega Knight deck's actually really good. It's better than I thought it would be. Is it just CR or more tag for now? Right now, it's SirTagCR as my Pokemon one, and then this channel. And we're going to do more stuff too. I mean, I'm definitely going to have more tag content as well. Young DiCaprio hairstyle, I love it. Dude, the parted hair, it actually didn't look good. So one of the girls I dated roasted me for that like a while back. Like, that hairstyle sucks. I was like, oh, thanks. She's like, you look so much more attractive when you don't do that. Like, okay, all right. So, no, I disagree with the hairstyle right now. If it's parted, I don't think it actually looks as good based off of the sample size that I had, okay? But yeah, I don't really care too much. I just got out of the shower, so I was like, you know, let's shower down some W's here too. That kind of sucked. I don't know what that was. That was shower down some W's, rain down some W's as well. That's what we meant to say, all right? Erotic Tomato, what a nickname. That is certainly a nickname of all time. That is pretty funny. Don't lie. Let's activate King Tower here. That's a really bad Goblin Barrel placement, so he gets no damage on my tower. And we get 2 goblins. You pooped out some goblins there too. Love from everywhere, dude. Love hearing that. Looks so much more attractive when you don't do that. Is crazy, bro. I've had some insane unhinged comments before, like actually crazy. I don't know what's in the water in Seattle, but some things that people say, you know, they go crazy. I do appreciate though, like when you're actually dating someone, if they give you advice on things that, like, if you cared about that, if you're like asking for hairstyle tips or things like that, at that point, I think I was asking, like, I was like, oh, do you think I should do anything different with my hair? It wasn't unsolicited, but I have had bad unsolicited stuff before. Like, I have genetic under eye circles, and then one of the girls I was on a date with, she's just like straight up said like, oh, like, do you even sleep? I'm like, yeah, I do. I just, you know, like, it was like wholly unhinged. I feel like if she ever dated someone that was like overweight or went on a date, she'd be like, do you work out? Or something just crazy, and like be like, you know, sometimes people just can't control things, you know. This is how it is. Not everyone is able to have the perfect body at all points in time. But I thought it was kind of funny. I realized that, or I learned that. I think advice is good from friends, though, or people that you're close to. I stand by that. I think that's fine to say, at least in that specific spot. All right, we have King Tower activated, so I think we're fine. We're not going to take two... Oh, no, we're taking a ton of damage. All right. Well, we're not going to lose off that. We also do have the wizard counter pushing, so that's good. This is looking really rough. I can't cycle bar barrels anymore. I have to save that for the elixir, the goblin barrel. I think we're maybe okay. Depends. If we do for offensive goblin hut, do this. Lock in, baby. Lock in, baby. Poison graveyard. Chuck it. Chucky cheese them. Look at the little stupid spear goblins. They're pooping. They be pooping some goblins out here. We pooping so many goblins out here. Guys, trust. You gotta trust in the goblin poopage. Look at the goblin goopage. Look at the goblin goopage. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. I love the goblin poopage, the goopage. That was kind of crazy how much goblin poopage goopage we got. Honestly, I did not expect that amount of value. Dude, there's no way he's defending that. I don't know what he's doing. He's dead. You can't defend that. Nah, bro. Nah. You cycle boss banned in the back. That's 7 elixir at the bridge. You can't stop that. Do you like modern or vintage right now? I can tell you value pop count, so maybe not so much modern these days. You have a broad goal in mind for collecting or one for YouTube? Yeah, so like long term, I think that the cards with the lower pop count are going to go up over time. I don't know like how high they can get. I feel like things are super inflated from, you know, how much Pokemon cards cost. I think everything's super inflated. It's just cardboard if you look at it from that standpoint. But I mean, for me, I kind of like the more exclusive cards that I can't get later on because I feel like, you know, since eBay has introduced a way of looking at the population or how many cards there are in the world, typically what happens is like everyone now knows, oh wait, this card is really rare, that I'm going to buy it. Since people think that the cards are more rare or they can identify easily that cards are more rare, I think that higher pop count cards are less desirable intrinsically. But if a card looks cool, I still like the card. I mean, the artwork is still the most important thing. But yeah, like if you're doing it as like an investment, or then you're still investing in cardboard. So it's not really like the best thing in the world, but you are investing in something. And I kind of want to get the more rare things now because I don't think I'll ever be able to get them later on. Like for instance, I got a Mewtwo in my video for like, you know, a lot of money, but it shot up $1,500 since I got it, or like $1,000 since I got it, which is like insane in the span of like a month. $1,000 shoot up for a card that is not like, I don't know, like that's wild. I don't know, dude. It's crazy. It's a crazy world right now for Pokemon. Anyway, getting back into the game, I split my wizards there, looking great. We can go in for a graveyard soonish. Oh man, I had such a good time too. Recently today for pickleball, I was walking around and we walked 30 minutes to a boba place. I've been at this boba place so many times, they recognize me now. They're like, oh, it's you again. I just keep coming back. It's really funny because I haven't necessarily been a regular customer very frequently at certain places where people would recognize me, and they super recognize me there. Like like whenever I go back, it's like, oh, you again. Have you guys had that happen, or where would that be for you? Is there any spot that you go back so frequently that you get recognized where you're at? And you're just like, does it feel awkward? I don't know. It's a new experience for me. Pokemon Go is pretty fun. Yeah, Pokemon Go is a really good game. I heard that they're revamping it and making it better too. I have the same under eye thing, but my glasses hide it a little. Hee hee, says Ray Ray. Yeah, no, the glasses, that's the tech. That's the strat. I mean, I don't have the glasses, so I don't have that tech. I could put on glasses. I could put on blue light protection glasses, and you guys would never know. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Anyway, let's just do this and then Barbaro and then clean this up with an Evolved Witch, and then we're just going. Like, I can actually casually win this challenge with either of these decks without carrying or thinking. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, the decks that I have built for this challenge are very, very, very good. I do not care what he does. He is going to lose this game. It is not in his cards, literally. Or tornado this back, keep the witch on the tower, and then poison for more damage, just to flex a little bit, I guess. GG, my dude. That's all she wrote. I mean, chuck another Barbaro here just in case, and then go for a graveyard, and then, I mean, it's just super free. Oh, chat, my name is Damien. Yeah, Damien's actually the best name. Damien is actually the best name. All right, already. Do the next one. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But yeah, there are certain cards that give me like a very high amount of satisfaction. I bought this for $3. It's like a Mewtwo from the UPC Ultra Premium Collection. I bought it for $3. And I graded it for $11. And then it ended up being worth $300. Like, that is actually freaking insane. So like, yeah, I don't know. It just makes me happy to not, first off, have that return on profit if I wanted to sell it. Like, but I'm not going to, because it's like, it means a lot to me. So yeah, I was really happy. Not a huge like just vintage person, but I don't know. I like things like that, and definitely I think it would make anyone happy, like having like a, I don't know what % return that would be, but pretty darn high. Just won the challenge already. Yeah, this challenge is pretty easy if you play one of these decks. Where do you see Clash Royale a year from now? It's hard to say, man. I mean, I didn't anticipate Jinxie coming through. I also don't know like what terrible updates they have around the corner or what good updates they have around the corner. So yeah, it's all about like what Clash Royale team wants to do and if they're gonna do something good or if they're gonna cook us. Hopefully they don't cook us. Also, it's really bad to be the first person to drop the wizards because then they're gonna drop something to counter the wizards, and then when they drop something to counter the wizards, you're probably gonna get a pretty bad trade. So it just makes me a little bit sad to have that happen in his favor. But it's still fine. We can pull the Electro Wizard a little bit off to the side and never cycle our wizard again. I think I might just poison the tower instead. Like, straight up, I do not think that my decision making... Oh my gosh, I just got cooked. That's some cookage. That's some cookage. So I guess the other downside about this deck is, like, having the 3 cards. They're all, like, pretty prone to getting screwed by spam. Because you have, like, definitely, like, a weird card cycle in a lot of situations. I also didn't really focus. I don't know how he got that amount of damage at the start. It's going to blast me twice, right? That's fun. Team Rocket blasting off again. All right, so maybe he just doesn't have a spell. I don't know. I don't really remember. Anyway, this sucks. I hate everything about this. Stop. He's going to wizard me. He says wizards will win. No. No. This sucks so much. I don't like it. All right, we just dropping a knight in the middle and just hoping for the best at this point. I did not play this well. But I think the cycling does matter a little bit. I could tornado the Dark Goblin off to the side, maybe. Oh, that did not. No, it kind of worked. Honestly, it wasn't terrible. I hope he wizards on this. Like, then if he does, then we have a shot at winning. No, he didn't wizard on that. That kind of sucks. So he understands more than me that you should not be wizarding. That's kind of unfortunate. Like, it's not the way to play, guys. It is certifiably the way to lose Clash Royale matches, being the person that wizards first. So don't do that. Don't be bad at the game. Don't wizard. That is the one-way ticket to Loserville. I do think that our deck might just be better and we'll win based off that. Yeah, no, I think I'll win just based off the deck. Like, straight up, I think I win based off the deck. Because he cycled correctly the entire time. I didn't. He might actually straight up lose. That would be so sad because he literally, like, he made the mistake once. I made the mistake like 10 times. And then I think I win. Isn't that actually pathetic? If you make the mistake once, you probably shouldn't lose. Because I made it 10 times. I sucked. I literally didn't know what I was doing. You played better than me and you still lost because your deck's worse. That's sad. That's actually legitimately sad. Bro cycled his wizard one time before we cycled ours, and then he lost to the counter push. And I did it 3 times or something like that. That's the power of having a good deck, guys. That is literally the power of having a good deck. Let's go, let's go. That's insane. Hell yeah. Well, we'll go for another. You get a tag sponsorship? I don't know if I'd want to. I mean, their slabs are not, like, sturdy. That's the main problem. If I reduce sponsorship, I don't know if you guys have seen my sponsorships on this channel. Every sponsorship that I do when it's a paid product, it has to be something that I would endorse and I would physically use. So if there's something that you guys would lose value on or something that I personally wouldn't want, I can't, even if they pay me a ton of money. Like, I've been offered $10,000 for an energy drink for a sponsorship, and I've said no. You know, that's like, that is life-changing money for me back when I was younger. Like, that was actually straight up life-changing money. $10,000 when I was like 18 years old, I had to say no to it. I could not say yes because I didn't want to personally consume the energy drink. If I consume an energy drink that's bad for me and it has, like, you know, oh, it's going to be good for you and X, Y, and Z, and it has all these supposed health benefits, I can't promote that, you know? Like, so even though, like, you know, tag slabs are, like, not physically bad for you, there's definitely things that would make me not want to promote it, like the flimsy slabs that break, you know? If someone, like, grades a slab and I say that they're good and then they aren't the best, you know, then kind of on me, right? I'll never promote a paid product that I think is not worth it, you know? I would never want to do that to you guys. Why you stream so early? I'm actually streaming at 3 a.m., so not that early, bro. It's late in the night. I still haven't slept yet. You are a good boy? Am I a good dog, bro? Am I a good Clifford the Red Dog? Big red dog? Anyway, we're chilling. We can just go gob hut here. No one out-gobs the hut. Alright, I don't think I played that well, but it's fine. Not like it matters. This match is free. What would be your dream thing to promote? My dream thing to promote? I mean, honestly, I think the dream thing to promote would be something degenerately that I get excited for every day, which would be food. Like, if I could get sponsored by somewhere that I would eat every single day, that would be it. You guys can laugh at me. I tried so hard to get a Jersey Mike sponsorship. I literally tried so hard because I eat there whenever I got the chance. Bro, it is my favorite food. As I said, no one really remembers me. Like, I am not remembered whenever I go places and I eat places or whatever. Like, no one, the boba place, it hit different when they remembered me. Well, actually, there was a clothing store that someone remembered me in, like, long time ago. But that was about it. Because I got all, like, my clothes from there. But, yeah, nah, it's insane. It's insane. Like, if I went to Chengdu Taste, which is in Seattle, like, if we got sponsorship at, like, I don't know, any of the places here. Oh, like Din Tai Fung. Oh my gosh, dude. Or Jersey Mike's specifically. I think Jersey Mike's would be the dream for me. As dumb as that sounds, I want a Jersey Mike sponsorship. Let's make it happen, guys. Write to Jersey Mike's to get them to sponsor me. Say that I'm their biggest supporter. You still in business, man, bro? Yeah, no, it'd be funny as hell. All right, you helped me. Great watching your videos. Thank you. Yeah, guys, just straight up, go to Jersey Mike's on Twitter. Hit them up. Be like, sponsor SirTag. Do not sell to a card shop. They usually don't pay out what the collection's actually worth. 60% at best. Yeah, dude, the card shops are not where it's at. Usually, you should try to sell at 80% as well. I think that a lot of vendors will offer 70, myself included. Like, I don't want certain cards. And I'll just straight up tell people, I'll be like, hey, I'll offer 70%. Someone else might offer 80. Shop around. If I offer really high, and I offer like 85 to 80% to like 85 to 90%, I hate when people take my offer and then use my offer to bargain and then like come back to me and then like someone else offered this and they just keep going back and forth. And then it like, you know, they use my offer to get better offers and it's like takes a lot of time because I look at the cards and inspect it. And instead of me giving like a really good fair offer, they use it to negotiate even higher. That's like kind of sad because then it's like sometimes I've priced out absolutely everything in the binder. I've told them what I would pay for it, and then I gave them a really high offer, and then someone gave them like $15 more, and then they take it. It's like, bruh. The other person didn't even like price out the stuff. They just knew that I priced it out, so they used my work to do that. I was like, damn it. That sucks so much. A lot of people do that, but it does make sense. It's like, I realized it's like, oh, I'll offer you this, but like if you walk away and if I offer you like really high, I probably won't offer you that again if you like walk away. I only do that when I price out something and I take a lot of time to like price something out. But I've learned that. And I also tell people straight up, like if I'm offering at a low end, I'm like, bro, you're going to get this somewhere else. You're going to get a much better offer at other places. Jake, the type of guy who does 20 Pokemon packs from Walmart and says no credit card in cycle. Bro, I've kind of stopped like being able to pull packs. Any of the new packs and all the new sets, I tried to get Destined Rivals. I got absolutely zero. It was really sad. Even people like, no one's come up to me and tried to like scalp Destined Rivals and sell it to me. Because I would have bought the scalpers Destined Rivals at a like, you know, higher than MSRP if they just gave it to me at a like okay rate. Like even if they made money and scalped, I'm like, I don't care. I just wanted to rip it for content and I couldn't get any. That's sad. Anyway, yeah, this is just a pretty free challenge. I can just go in for a graveyard here and Barbarrel, and then the Barbarrel is going to tank. The Knight on the other side is going to force a bunch of Elixir, and I'm just going to continuously poison here. The only downside of this matchup is Bro's got poison, so it kind of sucks. But I don't really like that. I don't like the fact that Bro had poison. He made this matchup a lot more challenging than it needed it. Poison and Dark Goblin is actually insane. This guy truly is a hooligan. He really is. He really is a hooligan. Oh my gosh. He also has Monk too. This is really not a good matchup. I don't know. That's part of the game though. Oh wait, you went for a terrible play. That's good. We'll take that. Go for a Barbarian Barrel here. Clean that up. Graveyard whenever we get the chance. Probably have to graveyard with... Yeah, we have to full send it. We have to full send it here. He's going to go for a Dark Goblin, which is going to be a problem, but won't be able to poison or NATO. Probably NATO it, honestly. Then poison, because we want to hit everything. I think I played that well, maybe. I don't know. It seems like it's all walking out of the poison. I don't think that was that good. It seemed like it was good in the moment. I think it could have been better. Come on, Barbarrel. Don't get hit by the wizard. Damn, you suck, Barbarrel. That's not good. All right, so this is also not good either. That's also not very nice. That's not very cash money of this guy. He's just going to go for a Dark Goblin like that. Not very nice of him. He's being a mischievous man. Our Witch somehow just killed everything, though, so that's insane. We'll take it. Go for a Graveyard. If I can beat a Dark Goblin Poison deck with Graveyard, that would be like a real testament to how good this deck is, you know? I hope he doesn't Monk here, or if he just Monks in the back, he loses. He's going to Monk, though. Any other Monk away? Any of that away? I'm a huge fan of doing that. I messed that up. Oops. I'll just do this, and then I'll go for a poison, probably. And then just Wizard on the left side and clean it all up with that, because there's nothing he can do. Legitimately, like, he'll just spam stuff. He'll probably go Monk on the left side, I'd guess. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then we just pop the ability, or pop the flash damage. And it just killed everything. Monk Graveyard for sure. Or sorry, Night Graveyard for sure. We'll throw down a poison if we need to on the Firecracker just for a good measure of damage. Pretty free win. But yeah, despite this guy having Dark Goblin Poison, like, it just shows the strength of this deck. It was really well constructed. No, I'm literally just like circle jerking myself here, but it's whatever. Let's do the last deck, the Mega Knight one. I do think that we would definitely get the 10-0 with the other one, but let's just showcase this. I don't know. I don't know what you guys would want me to do. Could I donate Pokemon cards instead of money? I could send a picture of my cards and let you choose. I just appreciate your content. I thought it would make you happier than money. I mean, maybe we could do that for content. Like, maybe I could do a, what is it called? We could maybe do like a grading thing where you guys donate cards and then I get them graded or something. And then, yeah, we like keep them for freaking forever and like have a collection. I think that'd be kind of cool. Do giveaways as well with it. Where you guys could do stuff like that, where you'd be like, send cards in and then I could give them away to kids. I don't know. I've done that before. I've never actually filmed any of the stuff that I gave away to kids before because I felt like it was just like kind of disingenuous, and then you'd be like, oh, you're doing it for views. But I have done that. That's been kind of fun. Especially like when grandmas come up and they're like, they have no clue like what their cards are. Like, they're like, oh, my son like wants a card, and they're like, I have like $15 or $12. I'm like, oh, how about, you know, you just take these, and then actually knowing that the son or the kid will be happy because they got like some decent like $50 card or whatever. That's kind of fun. This guy just got bullied. Yeah, no, that guy got destroyed. I mean, the thing is, I'm not going to lose in these challenges. If I have a matchup advantage or I'm running a better deck, I'm also probably better because I'm a top 1,000 player. A lot of the people in these challenges are more casual. So it's kind of unlucky that they get matched into me. Yeah, it's just kind of how the challenges work. I'm going into content creation for my career. Any advice for me? Make sure you're doing it for fun. I don't think that content creation for a career is like a really good idea. I would actually actively advise against it. I think that content creation is really hard to make work. And a lot of times, it's not necessarily even guaranteed. You can be extremely good and have great videos, and things just don't pop off. And if that happens, I mean, you're not going to make any money, right? Honestly, some of the videos that I created and made money on were some of the worst videos I've ever made. Like, I think that the Pikachu content that hit 5 million views on my second channel was objectively, like, not that good. And then I had one before legitimately get, like, I don't know, 20,000 views as a short or whatever. And I was like, this is a banger short. It's going to do so well. And 20,000 views compared to 5 million is such an off-putting thing. So, I don't know, man. For content creation, I would just make sure that you do it on the side and don't have it as a full-time gig as your main thing that you do. Because if you have it as your main thing that you do and it doesn't work out, it genuinely feels really bad and you're kind of in a struggling spot. It's really difficult to reliably make money off of content creation as well, because ads will come and go. There will be certain times that the economy is uncertain and then the ads will completely dissipate and you won't get money. You'll actually sometimes lose money uploading videos. I have lost a lot of money uploading videos before. Sometimes the ventures that I have for content creation, like the Pokemon channel that I've been making, I think I've lost like $2,000, $3,000 so far. It's fine because, you know, I love Pokemon. At worst, I'll have a story that I can always remember. But yeah, man, it's not a profitable thing, whether it's time or whatever you're doing. You're better off like making a minimum wage job a lot of times than creating YouTube videos. But if you really love it and you want it to work out long term, maybe you can get to a really high point where you're making a ton of views and a lot of money, but it's really difficult to get there, man. This looks diabolical. Yeah, the decks that I showcased today are phenomenal. No matter which one you choose, you can't really go wrong. Just make sure that you practice these decks in the event tab and you'll win. It's that easy. These decks are very good. When you started content creation, was your setup as good as it is today? No, I did not have any money invested into it. I had terrible editing, which was no editing, and everything was incredibly basic. You can go back to the start of my videos and you can see how bad it was. Literally, if I watched the video as it is currently, it would hurt my ears and it would be awful. So yeah, dude, that's just how it is. I super appreciate you guys, no matter when or where you're watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. It helps me out. I mean, I stayed up until 3 a.m. to do this with you guys. And yeah, check out the pinned comment if you want to see a Mega Knight evolution deck. Sorry, a Mega Knight deck without the evolution. Imagine a universe where Mega Knight is actually good without the evolution. Like, that's kind of insane, right? Also, if you want to see me doing Pokemon content in general, and you just want to see what I do, I'll have a link for that in the pinned comment. It's SirTagCR, so you can check out the channel, and you can see me in real life. I'm not like, you know, just a floating torso. I'm a person. I have more than just a torso. I have legs, I have arms, I have everything. So yeah, check that out if you want to see me in real life content in the pinned comment. You don't have to. I'm not going to force you or just beg you to do that or anything like that. If you're just interested, feel free to check it out. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have an awesome one. And I'll have a regular Clash Royale video at the same time as normal. But yeah, I'm trying to separate the content. I'm not doing it on the same channel because some of you guys just want to watch Clash Royale. And that's super understandable if you just like Clash and you just want to see the best decks or content that you're used to seeing here. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.